Welcome to today's explainer. Look, if you've ever felt like running a gym is somehow way harder than actually coaching your members, well, you are absolutely not alone. Today, we're diving straight into data from over 500 gym operators who completely transformed their businesses. They ditched the chaotic manual processes and stepped into a beautifully streamlined, automated ecosystem called GymRoute. So we're going to look at exactly how they are escaping the admin trap and finally reclaiming their time. Here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to hit the 10-hour admin trap, automating billing and scheduling, keeping members 25% longer, scaling without the chaos, and lastly, the 7-day seamless switch. Let's get right to it. Part 1, the 10-hour admin trap. Stop wasting your week on manual tasks. 10+ hours. Just let that sink in for a second. That is the massive amount of time gym operators are losing every single week to menial tasks. Think about your own staff right now. Are they, chasing down failed payments, constantly adjusting schedules, or sending out individual text reminders? Honestly, that's just lost potential. That is valuable time that literally should be spent out on the floor, connecting with people and actively growing your community. So let's look at the stark contrast here between the old way and the new way. The old way of running a gym is incredibly fragile. It relies on a tangled web of spreadsheets, manual billing, and, those physical whiteboards. But the new way, it's a game changer. Memberships auto-renew exactly on schedule. Smart waitlists automatically fill up canceled spots without you having to lift a single finger. And members get this totally frictionless entry, just checking in with a quick tap on their phone. It is a completely different world. Moving on to section 2, automating billing and scheduling, basically putting your operations on autopilot. Now, this is absolutely crucial. Automation doesn't just save you time. Automated reminders actively drop your no-show rate from a deadly 15% all the way down to under 3%. No way, right? But it's true. When integrated billing and scheduling tools take over, classes basically book themselves. Reminders fire off automatically through an integrated app, and your schedule stays perfectly optimized. You're no longer leaving money on the table with empty bikes or vacant squat racks just because somebody forgot what day it was. Take Emma L., for example. She manages an 80-member personal training studio, and her experience proves this is definitely not a vanity metric. It's a real-world transformation. She said, "The app changed everything. No shows were killing us. Now, automated reminders brought it down to under 3%. She found that giving members the power to easily book, check in, and track progress right in the app turned a massive scheduling bottleneck into a frictionless experience that her members genuinely love." Then we have Michael R., a multi-location gym manager. This quote perfectly highlights how smart scheduling software completely removes manual workload from staff and cures those Monday morning headaches. He told us, "I was spending 3+ hours every Monday just organizing the week's schedule. Now I spend 15 minutes. Imagine the mental relief. You take a 3-hour weekly chore and shrink it down to the time it takes to drink a cup of coffee. The system handles all the reminders, members book themselves, and naturally, his staff is so much happier." And to put that into perspective, your return on investment scales right alongside your gym. Look at this. Small gyms are saving about 5 to 7 hours weekly. Medium gyms, 10 to 15 hours. And if you're running a large facility or maybe multiple locations, you are literally eliminating 20 to 30 hours of busy work every single week. That's essentially a full-time employee's worth of manual billing and follow-ups totally wiped off your plate. Section 3, keeping members 25% longer. Let's talk about the retention engine. Okay, this is a massive takeaway. On average, gyms using these integrated automated engagement tools see their members stay a full 25% longer. This drastically stabilizes your revenue. Just pause and think about the financial impact for a second. You are increasing the lifetime value of every single member by a quarter, and you aren't spending a single extra dime on acquisition marketing to do it. So how exactly does this magic happen? Well, it all lives right on the member's phone. The system actively fights churn. It flags at-risk members, it tracks their fitness progress so they can actually see their wins, and it uses automated engagement workflows to send out personalized messages. Couple that with a community-focused feel and simple one-tap class booking, and members stick around simply because the whole experience is completely frictionless. Boutique studio owner Rachel D. validates this beautifully. She noted that they were losing members, dealing with an industry average churn rate around 8% monthly. But GymRoute helped them get that down to 3%. For her 200-member studio, dropping churn from 8% to a highly profitable 3% completely changes their financial trajectory. And it's all thanks to that ecosystem of smart engagement tools. All right, section 4, scaling without the chaos.
going from 1 to 10 locations seamlessly.
When you're ready to grow, a single dashboard empowers you to safely scale from, say, 1 to 10 locations without multiplying the chaos. You get real-time visibility to see all your gyms at once, which means zero guesswork. Your members get a unified, consistent branding experience through one app across all locations. And with enterprise reliability, the system just scales automatically. So your administrative overhead doesn't explode just because your footprint does. No growing pains here. James Key, a fitness center manager with 250 members across 2 spots, hit the nail on the head. He said managing 2 studios used to mean managing 2 completely different systems. Now, it's one dashboard for everything. Scaling used to mean doubling your administrative nightmare, right? But now, by centralizing operations, James ensures a consistent member experience. And finally, has the free time to focus on high-level strategy instead of putting out fires all day. Which brings us to our final section, Section 5, the 7-day seamless switch, a truly painless migration process. Look, switching software usually sounds like a massive headache for a new gym owner, but you don't have to wait 3 months to upgrade. You go from a secure data transfer to fully operational in exactly 7 days. Day 1 is all about secure data transfer. Day 2, you jump on a quick 1-hour setup call. Day 3 is a dedicated staff training session. And by day 7, you are fully operational. Boom, just like that, zero downtime. The best part? The migration team does all the heavy lifting for you. Included in your migration is free, secure data transfer. They don't just hand you a login and say good luck. You get the setup call, the dedicated staff training, and they even do a 30-day success check-in to guarantee your business is thriving on the platform. They actually want you to win. So, looking at all those wasted hours, the choice becomes pretty clear. Every hour spent manually reconciling billing or answering routine texts is an hour stolen from your own growth, your staff, and your members. So, are you ready to get your life back? Less time managing, more time growing. The ultimate takeaway from this explainer is that true automation completely absorbs the busy work. By centralizing scheduling, automating your billing, and deploying those smart retention tools to turn leads into long-term members, you aren't just buying software, you are buying your time back. Thanks so much for tuning into this explainer today. The only question left is, are you ready to stop being an exhausted administrator and start being a visionary gym owner again?